Stretch. Tired, but I still have a have to, live stream. Can't just stop live streaming. All right. I guess I should probably adjust here. So the timer's counted down. Now we are in positive seconds, which I didn't even know it was possible to be in negative seconds, but I guess so. Reach over here, grab that, grab that, grab that, put it over here. Oh, yeah, I should probably change the title of the live stream. Oops. There we go. And hopefully that comes up as the proper title now. Yes, it does come up as the proper title now. Alright. Sorry guys, I'm just getting everything set up. I just got up. It's 2 in the afternoon and I just got up, so I'm a little tired and a little slow, but we should be fine. I stayed up basically all night last night doing all sorts of different things. Yeah, in case it's not obviously apparent in the title today, we're gonna be making the Black Ops 3 um um Pharo. Yeah, that thing. So it should be relatively easy. It's gonna be way easier than the Kuda was. I can tell you that for sure. Why am I coughing? Um, I don't know why I'm coughing. I honestly shouldn't be. I should be like relatively fine when it comes to health. So yeah, we're gonna basically start from the grip and work our way up. Which shouldn't be too bad. This is like just a straight up and down grip. There's not much angles that go into it, and even then the angles that do go into it, I have ideas for how I can do those. So, yeah, alright, that fits flat like it should. If you hear the laptop fan or anything like that, as I've previously mentioned in most of my other live streams, I apologize because I record on my laptop. My laptop was the only microphone that I have, unless I use like earbud quality microphones, which honestly isn't a good thing, so uh, I'm just gonna stick with using this mic basically. So, as of right now, we're in the middle of creating the grip. Now we can duplicate this piece going up to there. And I want to do the same in the back. And now I want to get the angles right. So there is there's kind of like this, I clicked the wrong thing. Like this thing that comes down just a little bit and then it bumps out again into like like a smaller type thing. Kind of does that towards the bottom of it. Yeah, I'd go to say that that would be good. Then the back angle is like a really, really sharp. About to sneeze. Oh boy. I think I'm getting sick. Because I usually don't sneeze or anything like that. And I'm coughing. That's not good. I really don't want to get sick. Damn it. This sucks. I'm a, yeah, I don't like this. So, the magazine's going to be 4 studs. And then the rest of the gun is going to be built around those 4 studs, basically. Oh, man. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to post in chat. I should probably post in chat. I'll do that now. There we go. Now we'll get more people and get chat up and running because chat's kind of dead right now. Put that down, put that down. Go back to using these like we had originally planned. And this will slim down the grip, which is a good thing because the grip is fairly slim as of this moment. Then I need to carry this up 2 pieces. Put that there, put that there. Put one in the back, put one in the back. At this height, I don't think that I need one, but I'll put one in down anyways. My nose has gotten stuffy now. And then I'm just going to take and duplicate this pattern going all the way up. Because I'm lazy, and I can do that with LDD. Oh, man. So on the bottom down here, I noticed that it gets a little bit, it kind of like flares out just a little bit, so that's what we're going to do with those. In terms of how big this grip is going to be going all the way up. Hi Jim, I see you in chat now. I don't really know how tall I'm going to make the grip. We'll find out here in a second. So we'll take these and we'll put these going on up, and now we'll do kind of like the back curve that's here. So the bottom angle is this real sharp geometric angle, and then after that it gets kind of organic. It's hard to hear me. It's probably because I'm talking too quietly. Because my voice is still sore because I've been live streaming a lot lately. Plus the speeches and talking to people and just talking in general because I play Xbox Live and then I'll talk to people on there all the time and whatnot. So that's probably the reason as to why. I go to say that's the way that I want that to work. I was just checking with the like on screen because I still have the ability to have the weapon on screen because OBS is working, and because OBS is working I'm able to show it up on screen And so I can show it up on screen. I have my Black Ops 3 open, and with Black Ops 3 open, I can take a look at uh, the weapons basically. So yes, I have the Pharo currently open with no attachments or anything like that on it. I won't be doing attachments in today's stream. I don't think anyhow. Man, it's gonna suck if I get sick or if I get sick. I haven't gotten sick in a long time, but at the same time, it's not gonna be fun. I'd probably just take a 12 going all the way up. Yeah, okay. So I might as well come in and delete these 4x4s and just take a 12 going all the way down. And that'll kind of sandwich everything together. I'll make it stronger. Make sure chat was updating. So to do the bottom little thing that flares out, it's like a really subtle flare on the bottom. So I think what I'm gonna do is just take in push this out by 1, and then make it cheese wedges. If you hear the Xbox notifications popping up, I apologize. And then I'll go ahead and grab these and I'll go down the entire length of this front piece or front part with these. For the most part, because right about there is where like the trigger guard is gonna be, and that oddly worked out perfect. I need one space or one piece of space or room for the trigger guard, of course, and this goes all the way to the top. So yes. Now I need to figure out how to get some grooves in the side of the weapon. If you just heard my phone vibrate, I apologize. That's a friend of mine texting me. So I'm gonna send him a message real quick. Basically telling him that, you know, I'm live streaming right now. Can't talk for the most part. So I need to get grooves going down the length of this. And I think the best way to do that is to actually delete these pieces that we have in it. And leave these all flat pieces for the most part. Going all the way up. And then the first groove looking piece would start about here. And I want to say the way that I want to do these groove pieces is by using these. And then I want to like stack them coming up in a way. So I want to say that was the first one that I did. And if it is, that piece would be a 1, 1, 2. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish of these things. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit in 9 of them, but we'll see as we go up. Make sure chat is updating. It's going to be sad to see how much better that is going to be than mine. It's not going to be sad. Yours was pretty good. You just don't have to be like down on yourself. I just have access to way more bricks than most people do because I use LED where I have unlimited bricks. So I have the unfair advantage, I guess. I have no idea where that brick went. So chat is updating on my phone. Probably should have placed these in there before I did that. I have 3 of them, which isn't the 9 that I need. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work like I want it to. Okay, so Charlie's is the best right now. Charlie's is the best right now. Send a link. I don't think I remember his. There's I can always sacrifice the front parts of these, like these pieces here, and rely on these bottom pieces and these top pieces to hold this plate on, and then run. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll just use these pieces here, which is more basic, but whatever, because I need 9 of them, so. Control C, Control V, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. And that gives me all the grooves that I need going down it. Okay, I can live with that. I see Michael in chat now. Hi, Michael. I'll just turn my phone on to silent so that it doesn't vibrate and I can leave it on the laptop where I can read it easier. I'm gonna take a drink of water. I'll probably have to go grab another bottle sometime during the thing. Can't send links. That's fine. I see it in. I see it in Hangouts. Oh, now I remember Charlie's. I'm gonna watch this video anyways. Hell, I might get inspired by something in it. I'm liking the plate techniques that he's used on it, because I see a lot of that. Alright, no problem. I can probably do. Ugh, I'm inspired. I can do things. I'm not useless per se. Um, so yes. Um, I'm trying to think about this. So if this gun is loosely modeled after any of the Uzi or Mac platforms, that means the magazine release is on the grip somewhere. And I think it's going to be the red button that I'm staring at, which is on the trigger guard. So, that being said, we are going to try to incorporate a working magazine release, which will probably just work in theory, but would work nonetheless. think I'll go for Hotman style of magazine release, except modified to work in the conditions that I can have it work in. That is basically the amount of room that I have to make a somewhat working magazine release. So, what I plan on doing is I can take that out and then have hey Future 83, I see you in chat now. So, I'm trying to think of a weapon that uses the type of magazine release that I could use, but I can't currently think of one. But it's a pistol style of magazine release, and instead of pushing on the button, you push forward on it, and it's a style that they use in ambidextrous guns all the time. Because if I did that, I could take this 4, basically, and I'm gonna have to figure out a way of setting this up. I missed the last 2 CUDA attachments. That's not okay. That's like, it's not a big deal, to be honest. Um, they were awesome to build and really fun to build, but it's not like the end of the world or anything. Because the good thing about live streaming on YouTube, and the reason I like to live stream on YouTube so much, is that it gets uploaded to your channel as a video afterwards anyways, so you can just go back and rewatch it. Um, yeah, I gotta figure out how to set this up. Oh, I know what I can do. Instead of using Technic beams like I want to, I could just take advantage of the fact that I have sideways plates here. And the magazine release is going to be built like this. So basically what happens is, this purple part is your magazine release. It sits on the inside of your trigger guard, and you can see here that it is now currently inside of the magwell because it is behind these pieces here, which means that's where it would lock into the magazine right there. And then all you would have to do is take and push this forward, and it would unlock and you could drop your magazine out of the magwell. That is what I am planning on doing in terms of magazine release. Were they hard? The only 2 attachments that I really had to think about doing was the FMJ and stock attachment, and that was because it was just FMJ and stock, which are a little bit harder to do than the other attachments and stuff. But other than that, it was a fairly laid back and easy stream. Not much going on for like OP God mode stocks that almost no one can replicate because they're so damn difficult. It looks flimsy though. Which part, the mag release or the grip? Because it's not like there's much pressure on it. The magazine's going to be held in mostly by friction in the first place. And there's plates on either side of it. There's this plate up here and then this plate down here. That plate and that plate that are holding all these bricks in place. The only real thing that I really need to figure out how to do is wrap a rubber band around it. And even then, I'm pretty sure I could just take and delete that piece. And Christopher Hopman's method would be using these on the inside of it, right there and there. And then I kind of wanted to use like a piece that stuck out just a hair so that you could, so it's easier to press down on. So I guess that's too big. I don't like that. I'll tinker with that another time. And then basically your rubber band would have to be exposed, but that's not too bad. Because the cool thing, the mag release, because it's studs sideways. Yeah, like I said though, it's sandwiched between two plates. There's not much room that the other plates could go anywhere. Um, so the cool thing that I learned about Lego building is that Future 83 taught me this, but you can use braces rubber bands in really small things. And that's pretty legit because I have a crap ton of braces rubber bands from when I had braces that I could use. So I could always take and wrap a braces rubber band around here and find someplace to hook it on over here and do it again over here so that it constantly pushes back so that you push forward, it goes back. Um, I keep clicking on the Chrome tab thinking that's where my uh, whatchamacallit is when it's not. It, my live stream is, or whatnot, is here. That's the style of magazine release that I want to use, but the problem is uh, there's a trigger guard that's supposed to go right in front of this. And unless I want to push the entire trigger guard forward, it's not going to work. So we're going to have to scrap this idea. Um, we have a 2 stud wide mag well. If I use these pieces, then I would need room for it to rotate out of the way because I can't just have it go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. One day we'll figure out how to hide the magazine releases in these designs. Yeah, I think so. Eventually. Whenever we stop being lazy and actually try. Because I think a lot of it boils down to us just being lazy. The hard thing about doing stuff like this is that this is a fictional gun that I have no way of knowing how the magazine release works. So it's either I push it across and it drops out like a normal pistol, or I pull it forward because it's ambidextrous because it's the future and then it works like that. But considering I don't know how it actually works, I just don't know. Trying to dig through all the pieces that I have here to see what I can possibly do. Like, I know you figured out how to do that. I saw the video on it. I think is pretty good. What if I give myself a little bit more room to work with? Like, take in, close that off there and close that off there. And we bring that out by one stud. I don't want to like delete this over here, but the mag has to fit in this 4 stud area, which means the other part of the magazine release would technically have to be like right here. I think I'll just take a sacrifice and I'll put it through here. And then that's a problem. That's not going to line up the way that I want it to line up. Because now there's a stud worth of gap right there. And I don't want a stud worth of gap right there. This won't fit. Yep, that won't fit. Let's go ahead and move that piece. Put a piece back onto there. Put that there as a standalone mag release thing. So the mag release would technically sit something like that, because that's inside the mag well where it should be. So I got to figure out how to take this coming up and make it symmetrical so that it closes everything off nicely. So this is, now we've gotten complicated. Now I'm having flashbacks to the CUDA. Sorry if I stop talking, I just don't know why. My voice is hurting so much, or anything like that. Wow, that works. Okay. Well, if we go with that piece, then we could just put that going on there and then leave that as kind of like, okay. Well, I think that's what we'll go with. And I think if I extend it out to 3 studs, this will not come back the way that I want it to. What if I make this all 4 studs? Now it comes back the way I want it to. So I guess we have like a really oversized magazine release, but I guess it's going to lock it to the gun positively at this point. I want to go play CSGO, but you're live streaming and I'll forget when it gets uploaded. It's fine if you want to go play CSGO. Like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. So that is the more basic magazine release that we're going to work with. We need a spot for the rubber band, which is going to be over here. And that piece coming on out. So flat and then a flat. And the reason I'm doing that is because it doesn't stick out on the side, it's inside of the trigger guard. So the trigger guard is going to be the all of I don't know what I was going to say. It's completely blanked out right there. Yeah, the trigger is going to be two studs. Yeah, that's all right. I figured it out. Two studs, which means I'll have uh, room on either side to push on it. So it's not that big of a deal to leave it flush with the receiver here. You might miss something important. I don't think you'll miss anything important. I'm just going to be building this for pretty much the entire time. And to do what I think I want to do, I think I'm going to have to use jumper plates. Oops, where did that piece go? There's the entire magazine release on the inside of the weapon. And then that should be like, oh, it's 4 studs. I wanted it to be 3 studs. Okay, well, if it's 4 studs, you can just use another set of jumper plates. And then that'll come on down into 3 studs. And then from there we have our the center studs for the thing. What's that thing called? The trigger guard. Yeah, that thing. Keep blanking. So we're just gonna take and take these pieces going straight out. Good 4-ish studs worth of room. And then I'll probably just drop this on down to that. And then there's an angle that I need to get right in here. So to do that, obviously we're going to go with the standard pieces. Drop it on down at about just another little hair, but that's too far. I think 45 is perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and take this on down, but I don't think we're going to use all of that per se. We might not. Take a 3 plate. Oh man, gonna have to do this again. Even then it didn't work. Run that on down like that. Then I think I'll just kind of polish off this trigger guard just a bit. Yeah, this team's too bulky for me. This is way too bulky. Yeah. I hate using handbrakes for the trigger guard in LDD. I could understand why. It's not too bad once you get used to it. You just gotta get used to it. I think that's the final way that I'm going to do that, and I'll just leave those studs exposed for now. If anything, I might even use those studs for the place that the rubber band will lock into for the mag release. What's the next part of the gun that I should do? I guess going back would be a good place to start. So take these forward, and then take these going back, just in one more stud. This, and then we'll top it off with one of these, and then I need these pieces to come up off the back of the rip, because that's what it looks like. Okay. It needs to come back a tad bit worth of distance. I say about 4 studs, and then we can start a angle going down for the back hook looking thing. I don't even know what the hook looking thing is for, but it's there, so we gotta do it. Yes. Oh yeah, I'm yawning. I shouldn't be yawning. I slept until like 1:30 today. Like I got up, walked out, used the bathroom, got a drink of water, and then came back and started live streaming right away, so yeah. The fire and safe buttons is kind of weird because it's like just weird. It you kind of push on it from the looks of it. So it probably uses like an electronic style uh, control unit or something like that. Like you'd find inside of an airsoft gun. It's kind of weird. So are there? No, there's not. Where are you? How many studs did I say? I think I said 4, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. So right about here is about where the thing would start. We'll take in, peg it there, and peg it there. That, put it there. Should be able to turn. Apparently not. So I guess I'll just have to use these pieces. Hmm. But I don't want to use those pieces. Can you use these pieces? No. Okay, so what I can do is give myself more room to work with. Might as well extend this out to a 12. And then I can rotate those pieces freely like I want to. And I think we'll carry this on down by 4 for now. And we'll probably mess with it here. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh my gosh, LDD keeps the fuck is... There we go. Okay. Oh gosh. That is surprisingly the angle that I wanted at, but LDD almost like freaked me out. Keeps doing random crap like that all the time. Well, you will take this piece going on up like that. Drop that there. So yeah, it's more like one stud worth of space there. So we'll just take and carry that on out a little bit more. And take a 16 and run it way on out here so that we can see how we're gonna get this to click into place or go where it needs to go. It actually seems too big. I think what we'll do instead is go bottom plate piece and then go up, because the hole seemed too big. I'd go to say that's a more accurate size. It dips down too far. We will take that out and move that piece going up one. Take that out and move all this going up one. But that's more like it. That's better. It's way better. And I can already see that I'm going to have collision areas going up here. A multiplayer shooter in virtual reality. It'd be cool, but motion sickness is definitely a thing that you'd have to think about. If I take that going up and then used this piece there, that still doesn't change the fact that these studs don't line up on top. So how do we get that to work like we want it to work? Oh, Hannah sent me a text. It's kind of important. I do need to talk to her. So I'm gonna be using my phone for conversation now, which means I'll just have to switch in and out of chat every once in a while. Watching this video on that same guy who didn't know anything about guns playing VR multiplayer shooter. Sounds like fun, because he sounds like an idiot still. That's still too far forward. how do I get this to work properly, might I add? Hmm. Those pieces are so close to lining up, it's not even funny. Dang it. That's like the perfect hole that I want to. All we need to do is like slowly adjust this up until. Oh my gosh, stop that! Tell me that works. Tell me I can put a 4 over that. Awesome. That works for the most part. Great. Can I put a 4 going down the back of it? No, that means this groove needs to come down just a bit. I think that's as close as I'm gonna get it. And hopefully this Ford. Yeah, the Ford won't. Oh, yeah, that's because these studs are still off center, whereas I had to move everything to get those studs on center. Like I had to set this piece up here so I could do this here. So this is off center, so I'd just make a box around that. I could literally just take this piece and do that, and that's how that would work. Thank you. Um, and then it also just basically ends right there as well. So um, so I guess the next thing that we would work on would technically be the part kind of below where the stock is. There's like a little bit of room between the stock and this. So what I'm going to do is close off the back end here to make it all look nice. That is a problem. I don't know if you guys could see it or not, but there's like a tad bit of a gap going on. That gap would have messed things up later on when I got higher and higher up because the angle between it would have increased until it finally made it so that it had a major issue on it. So yeah, I had to quickly fix that. There's a button looking thing in the back here, so I will use these sideways plates here, and I'll just put that on there, and then I'll make it its actual color, which is probably right about there. Um, Sorry if I space out like that for a little bit. I'm texting Hannah and I'm kind of messing with her, so I'm having fun basically. We're just gonna take this on forward and we're gonna finish off the box that we have started on here, and we'll take let's probably take and do this all the way through the front of it, so that it strengthens up and it all like meshes together very well. We're already at 200 bricks and we're not even that far into it. So we will drop a 4x4 here and a 2 here. I kind of want to close up that gap right there. Can I use one of use? Yeah, that closed it off enough for me, to be honest. So, um, so I want to say this is about 3 high worth of space, but I want to condense it down into just like 5 high worth of space. So this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. So right above here is a bolt, and then a stud away is another bolt. So we'll take and put those pieces going across there so that we can do that. But I want to drop these on down another stud. So in fact, we'll delete these and we'll take it, we'll just drop it down like this. I'm seeing if Hannah's going to work uh, through what I'm telling her. She's asking questions about the novel that I'm writing. And I'm seeing if she's going to pick up on the subtle hints that I've been dropping throughout it. Fingers crossed she does, because that would make everything so much easier for me in the long run. And I go to say that this is about the height that I want it to be, so it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, not even 5, it's going to be 4. 4 studs high, which is good. That's a pretty good number to work with. I can get a reinforcement rib running throughout the entire length of this using the 2x16 right here, and that'll kind of carry all of this going forward like so, and then I can run plates up and over top of this to keep it all in line. Blah, 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 blah. So I don't want to close up this up here just yet because I want all of this to run into up here, so that that is stronger. Um, so the safe and fire button goes right above the grip, and it's in line with the 2 bolts that I have. So we're going to take in, copy this on over, copy this on over, and run another, we'll run a 6 actually, going up underneath here, actually a 4, 5, going so like this. and then the 6, right? Oh, no, not right. Because I need room for these, which I keep forgetting are like 1 down. So safe is right about here. I'm going to assume that it's ambidextrous. And then fire is like a stud away from that, right about there. So safe is going to be that square, and fire is going to be that square. I love 2x16 plates and 1x16 bricks. Yeah, they are really, really helpful because they're just massive beams running down uh, the entire weapon itself, and it makes it really, really easy to do all sorts of different things with the like the structural stability and whatnot of the weapon. And then somewhere over the trigger guard is the burst selector switch looking thing. Um, so right about here, and it's got this weird little shape to it. It kind of flares out on either end, like it's a toggle switch, which I think is interesting because that may suggest that there's actually a full auto setting for it that we just don't know about or have access to. So that's what I'm going to use for the burst fire selector looking switch thing. Right there. Um, I think I'm gonna finish off doing like the grip and closing up all this, and then I think I'll call it a day at that point, um, so that I can go take a shower and whatnot. Because yeah, showers. So I'm gonna basically finish up the grip in the front and all the side panel detailing that's about to go down. I'm gonna finish making this all nice and flat and smooth on top. And then I might be back later on today to do more of it because the Pharo is way easier than what the Cuda was, but who knows. Oops. Uh, as for trigger, it's gonna start here. And there's a reason for that that we'll get into later on, but or I might as well get into it now. So the reason the trigger is going to be way back here is because it just makes it stronger instead of having to add leverage to um, like a part down here. Because I have the ability to take beams all the way forward like this, we won't have that issue going forward. There's a tad bit of a problem here. Um, I'm gonna call it an end here, guys. Um, we're an hour in, and I just noticed an issue that we have with the model that is going to take me a while to fix. So I'm going to call it in here. I'm going to go take a shower and think about this, and then when I get back, I'll fix it all, and then I'll probably live stream later on again tonight and whatnot. But I just feel like I need to take a shower. It's going to make me feel better because I feel relatively sick right now. I woke up coughing and whatnot. You guys were here for that, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you later on, later today when I finish off the stream and whatnot. So thanks for watching. Bye.